Hi. So today we are with a very special friend from France, Dr. Sunny Sandhu. So should we address you as doctor, yogi, musician, ecologist, farmer? How would you describe yourself?
Bhumitra.
Bhumitra. Okay.
Bhumitra is like the total. Of course, I have all these things like doctor हूँ, सनी संधू भी हूँ, पर सबके पीछे ये जो चल रहा है वो मेरी फिलॉसफी है, वो है भूमित्र के. मुझे भूमि का मित्र रहना है, मुझे इसके साथ जुड़ना है. वो सब जो चीजें मैं करता हूँ वो सब उसी से निकल के आती हैं.
तो हाउ डिड इट हैपन? आप एम्स में डॉक्टर थे और अब आप भूमि से जुड़े हैं, म्यूजिक से जुड़े हैं, नाद योग से जुड़े हैं. आप अलग अलग नेचुरोपैथी और अलग अलग जो अल्टरनेट हीलिंग प्रैक्टिसेस हैं उनको विदेशों में बांट रहे हैं. यू आर शेयरिंग एवरीथिंग दैट वी हैव फ्रॉम इंडिया. सो हाउ डिड दिस ट्रांजिशन हैपन? व्हेन डिड यू लूज इंटरेस्ट इन द साइंटिफिक मेडिकल डोमेन?
It's a very a long process, and it's a story of dealing with personal grief, and it's when I was in AIMS, I had already in my first year I lost my mother from AIDS, and I had lost my my cousin. His name was Inder Gurdeep Singh Sandhu, doctor. He was a doctor. These are the people who are inspiring me to be medical professionals. And my family is a family of doctors. My grandfather was Dr. Gurbakh Singh Sandhu, who was a big communist leader, doctor, reformer in my area. My father was a veterinary doctor. And we have many doctors in my family. And what I saw was that we were losing these people with diseases which were incurable, which were termed as incurable. And this created a lot of pain and suffering for me. And I felt inadequate in my training. And that there's is somehow this education, this scientific education was not giving me the answers which I needed. So when you don't get the answers which you need, then you have to look beyond. You have to do research which is beyond. And luckily in AIMS still has a very good under the guidance of Dr. Ramesh Bijlani, the head of physiology department. They give us a little window into what is yoga, what are the possibilities of yoga, what are the different outlook. They have a center for yoga treatments for chronic ailments. You get a little viewpointer. Okay, oh, there is something possible. And then I read the book Autobiography of a Yogi. That book changed my life. It was the first book which revealed the idea of sun as a healer to me. There was a story of Girja Bala living totally on solar energy.
Right.
And I started doing the practice of Surya Yoga while I was in AIMS. I started, I think, in 2001, 2002, started practicing this technique. And this started building changes inside of me, which over the years helped me understand what is being taught in the ancient Indian traditions of Ayurveda, of Dhrupad. So Dhrupad for me was a big transitionary moment. There is a continuous practice, and then there are big transitionary leaps which happen. So Dhrupad with Ustad Asad Ali Khan, my first concert with him, made me first time feel totally one with my body. I always felt I was too much in my head. It's listening to his music.
So singing was always in your genes? Or
It was there in my genes, but never as an idea that it will be a form of a therapeutic system or it has a therapeutic potential. It was just...
So Dhrupad, for my own understanding, is a therapeutic system or is a music Nāda Yoga kind of a thing? So what exactly is Dhrupad?
Dhrupad is Dhrupad, the way of the earth. धरती का राह है ये. तो ये इसके अंदर what is there is you are going to understand how the universe works. So when you are understanding the universe is working, you are understanding how your body is working and your mind is working. And then it becomes a therapy. Then it becomes a medicine because you understand, you are conscious of how everything is working. So you have the power to
So it's like a journey inward.
It's a journey inward and outward. It's a journey inward and understanding your relationship with all the sounds. Like while we are talking, there's birds which are singing, your heart which is in a rhythm. There's an invisible sound which you don't hear, but there's a rhythm. I feel it. I can talk in harmony with it. I can bring you to closer to its essence. So there are these visible sound and invisible sound, जिसको कहते हैं नाद अनाद.
Okay.
And Dhrupad is the dance, is the journey which we have to make from the Nāda to the Anāda.
So how does one develop the awareness? What are the basics? If I have to get started with Dhrupad,
Yes.
so how do I develop my inner awareness?
So to begin, you have to the first session is to do analysis of your voice.
Mhm.
So if you come to me, we will take a tanpura or now we can use even a bowl, a single frequency. And I will sing the note of Sa. Saraswati, Sa Raswati, Sa ke ras ki vati. Sa, Sa. So I say this. Now you have to sing with me. Sa. So आपकी आवाज ऊपर को जा रही है. It's like सुर ऊपर चढ़ा हुआ है. So you have to bring it down.
Okay.
Sa.
Sa.
Again, say, sing.
Sa.
Very good. Bring it downward. Sa. Very good. So your ears are getting understanding the sound, and we have to match the sound with this sound.
So it's the throat and the ear both?
Yes, it's the both.
Okay.
We have to constantly be aware of the position of the sound. Sa. Yeah. This is called harmonizing. This is how you enter the world of Saraswati.
Oh, okay.
Saraswati.
So you're listening and
Yes.
vocals have to work together.
Yes. So, and then you have to do your muscle programming here. You have to make your chest muscles, your diaphragm, your internal organs. In sabko, all these have to be in harmony.
And what's the role of this instrument?
This is a Tibetan meditation ball. Normally we use a tanpura. Tanpura is tanpura, full body.
Mhm.
But even the Tibetan bowl is very good for vocal practices. It just produces one note.
Mhm.
And that note, we have to harmonize with it. We have to, because these instruments is an outer instrument which is created to help us develop our voice.
Mhm.
Sa. So you can try it, carry on playing it, hold it. Very good.
Sa.
Little up. Sa.
So the frequency of our voice and the frequency here is in
matching.
sync.
Yes. And these has been created with mathematical analysis of how the universe is working. So the ancient traditions calculated sound, frequencies of nature, they studied nature. जो ध्रुपद का जो origin कहते हैं वो शिव से हुआ है. शिव ने स्टडी किया, उन्होंने ये सिस्टम क्रिएट किया, उन्होंने ये फ्रीक्वेंसीज दी कि यही है. This is the vibration of the universe. इसी से सब कुछ बनता है.
Incidentally, today is Shivratri.
Yes. तो हम महादेव को याद कर रहे हैं. उनकी दया है, उनकी वजह से ध्रुपद बना है. और ध्रुपद, this was Ustad Asad Ali Khan's message to me. It's like Shiva has created it, and it's so interesting. A man who was devout Muslim was safeguarding the ancient traditions of the Hindu culture. And it was not strange, it was just normal. And these days we find a lot of people fighting between Hindus and Muslims. It's so strange because it is thanks to these great Muslim masters that I have been able to understand the real value of Saraswati, of Shiva, of these mathematics of sound and how to use this to heal myself. And I've been sharing it and teaching it all over the world. I go to hospitals in France, we teach there. I've been teaching in India with different hospitals and companies and for many years. And then I got to, and as we were saying, Dhrupad, so it was very interesting. Ustadji said, if you want to learn really Dhrupad, go and sit next to the river.
Mhm.
Suno, dhara suno.
नदी की धारा को सुनो.
So then when I started doing that, I was like, wow, yaar, ye to satya hai. इसमें कितना रस है. And this is what we need. Our society is disconnected from nature. We are suffering from a disconnection with nature.
So you have a natural gift of voice. I know you are a very good singer.
I developed it.
You developed it? So what about people like me who do not have any gift of throat?
I think just in a few minutes we harmonize your voice, and if you
so it's possible.
Yes, everybody. My work is to help people understand that everybody has a powerful, essential voice, which is we are waiting to discover it.
Oh, and it is therapeutic. This practice is therapeutic.
Practice is therapeutic.
And what you're saying is that a lot of diseases for which there is no cure can be cured through this.
Yes, we can combine Dhrupad singing practices with because as I showed you before, I was showing you this Nadi analysis. I can teach people how to feel their body and how they can correct problems in their body by massage of the fingers. We can touch and diagnose, like this is your head, like I showed it to you. Like this is his, and I as I touch, this is the. Again, do it again. Breathe. So as we are doing this, his body is warming up. The flow of blood is increasing to these parts which are become stressed, and it's changing his. You can start feeling a little different sensation.
Yeah, I can feel something.
Yeah.
Different. So is it like diagnosis going on, or
it's treatment? A diagnosis and treatment going on right now.
Okay.
And this is fundamental vibrational medicine.
So it's through the sound that we just created. Yeah,
it's the sound, and then these little pulsations that we are doing.
So it's like same as the acupuncture kind of.
It's acupuncture, but with singing, which is more fun.
Okay.
I find it to be more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very good. So this was an innovation which I made. I learned Dhrupad, and I learned this practice in South India with my teacher Rajiv. And I combined these two. I understood that they work together and they can be effectively created to heal the body, to heal the mind, and also create samadhi experiences. Okay. As you keep working and developing this experience, you harmonize. First thing you have to harmonize is the mind, the brain, and then the other parts of the body automatically fall in line. So normally people come, I do a session of 1 hour, we do singing and this massage, and then they go back, they feel like 3-4 days, they are like in a state of, because it's a lot of.
So how do you sustain this experience? So 2-3 days you can be in that phase where you're uplifted.
Yes.
So how do you sustain it constantly?
By constant practice, by practicing of the different notes. And you can't, like people come, there's a basic course of 3 months. I even do it online as well now. With technology, it is possible. They do a session and then they keep repeating 2 times a week or once a week. And within 3 months, they have reached a certain level. And then they can do it at a slower pace. Okay. So it's a lot of self-learning with guidance.
Oh, awesome.
And then when I started working with Ustadji, it took me 2 years he told me, okay, now your ears and your voice is set. and I could also feel it. But he's like, you have to continue earning.
So you're constantly spreading this awareness in Europe, France,
all over the world, constantly, even throughout the pandemic. And it's always opening new doors. I worked with Tina Turner Foundation. They have a project called Beyond Music. Just in the lockdown, we were sitting in our houses making music with musicians all over the world. So different possibilities. It is not just music as a therapy healing, but you're also working with great musicians and making albums and doing concerts, but you have also this healing side. So I say that I did not leave the old medicine, I just created a new one.
Excellent.
And I always borrow the scientific knowledge. I also practice what is called evidence-based medicine. And in evidence-based medicine, there is a portal called PubMed. And in PubMed, you have all the scientific literature. Now there's so much literature on music as a therapy, meditation as a therapy, use of plants as a therapy, use of medicine like Kabasura, which is a Siddha medicine. It has 9 molecules against COVID, 9 times more efficacious than vaccine. So we get knowledge of this and we distribute it to the people.
Excellent. So I've heard you singing, and today is Shivaratri.
Yeah.
Right. So why don't we just
of course,
sing something to praise the Lord Shiva.
Lord Shiva, Mahadev. So Mahadev ke liye Mahadev is always been close because Dhrupad is origin of Shiva, and so in Dhrupad you have to practice, basically in Nāda Yoga you have to practice 3 things: voice, which is air. This is also air instrument, so you play. So this is air, singing is air. Then you have rhythm, you have to play with rhythm, the heartbeat. And then you play with veena. Veena, this is also a veena. Every string instrument is a veena. The first veena is in your throat. It is the vocal cords. And then you play this. And all these instruments are basically, they look like a body. And there are different chakras. And you have to, when you practice this, you're automatically practicing with your own body. You're playing it inside. So on this, I created a song which is called Fakira, which is to Shiva. Fakira is Bol Fakira Bol, ki jeena, ki marna, ki khana, ki pina, e jeevan ek supna. Shiv nachna, Shiv ne sab kuch hai dena. So here we go. की जीना की मरना की खाना की पीना जीवन एक सपना बोल फकीरा बोल फकीरा की जीना की मरना की खाना की पीना जीवन एक सपना नदिया जावे जावे समुद्रों नदिया जावे जावे समुद्रों बोल फकीरा बोल फकीरा बोल फकीरा शिव गौणा शिव ने सब कुछ देना जी शिव रचना शिव गौणा शिव ने सब कुछ देना जी मेरी भक्ति ही शक्ति यही है मेरा पावना मेरी भक्ति ही शक्ति यही है मेरा पावना बोल फकीरा बोल फकीरा की जीना की मरना की खाना की पीना जीवन एक सुना
Wonderful. Wonderful.
देखो
That was heavenly.
थैंक यू मैं जब गाता हूँ आई हेयर दिस बर्ड साउंड एंड आई एम लाइक यस santushti it's like to sing Dhrupad for me is always like it's a dialogue not just with humans I love but it's also a dialogue with nature sometimes I hear insects playing this has been the magic of Dhrupad I think music has always to be bringing people close to nature you know
Yeah, we've forgotten that we are also nature.
yes yes man has been trying to build this metaverse and this and that it's not going to work we have to learn to balance it these tendencies these technological tendencies they always have to we have to always never forget our base never forget where we come from and a large part of the movement has always you know I work with a lot of Gone tribe people artists and they have a song for Tree of Life
Yeah.
this I'm going to play a song called Satpurush Vriksha Bhayo
Satpurush
Vriksha
Vriksha.
Bhayo is like the great truth, the true man of the world is actually a great tree. And this you find in Viking culture. There is a song called Yggdrasil.
Oh, okay.
The ancient spirit of the world is a big tree. And we are that tree and we are born, we are living and ना कोई बंधु ना कोई साथा ये मेरा जीवन एक उड़ती गाथा सत्पुरुष वृक्षा भयो काल निरंजन ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश सब साका पत्ता झड़ संसार ये सत्पुरुष की कहानी ये शिव से भी पुरानी ये सबसे पुराना जो
We were basically trees before we became human.
the first thing which came the premier thing which is trees and we are cutting trees like mercilessly and now we are suffering from all these problems which are happening is because we are cutting and destroying nature.
So hopefully with people like you spreading awareness
Yeah.
through initiatives like Bhumitra
Yeah.
and your music,
Yeah.
we would be able to communicate this to our next generation.
Yes,
that
this is the essential thing. These are things which should be part of each and every school curriculum everywhere in the world. Children should be practicing techniques like Dhrupad, understanding the vibrations of nature, like it's imprinted in their mind. For the rest of their life, they can do anything, any technology, any kind of work. But this is like essential. Like you have, we are learning about science and biology. Drupad has to be it's important source. We can, and you find Drupal knowledge in all different cultures. Like when I study music of Hildegard von Bingen, a great European mystic, you find she's having the same essence. If you go study Rumi, if you study Sufi music, you find the same essence, the same teachings. So it's a song. This musical education has been existing in all the cultures. We have to value it. We have to study it. We have to transmit it. We have to have good institutions. We have to have good integration between this system and medical system. We have to have good studies. So this is my life's work, and I'm always looking for partners who want
Excellent. I mean, we at Utsav Yoga, we definitely want to combine music as one of the core ways that
Yes.
we can heal the world and ourselves.
Yes, yes. Very happy to be here.
So I'm very happy that you keep coming to India, and you keep spreading this knowledge with people like us. And happy to be learning from you in next 1 month that you're here.
Yes, I'm a pleasure.
Thanks a lot.
Mahashivratri. Bam bam bole.
Bam bam bole.